This is the very last Virtua Fighter game that came out, which was like years ago, back at PS3. And there's no hope of like seeing another Virtua Fighter anytime soon. It may never happen. I think Sega gave up on it. How do I start this? Start, damn it. Start. There we go. My favorite character is Jackie. He does Jeet Kune Do. And he's kind of interesting because like every fighting game just about has their Bruce Lee rip-off character. And this guy does Jeet Kune Do. Like he's a Bruce Lee kind of character, you know, Jeet Kune Do is Bruce Lee's style. But he doesn't look like Bruce Lee. He's some white dude. So that makes him kind of interesting. Like that kind of makes him stand out of the bunch. And he's easily my favorite character. He's very fun to be. Virtua Fighter first came out. The first Virtua Fighter was made by Sega. Oh my god. Anyways, the first Virtua Fighter came out in the early 90s, and it was the very first fighting game. It was the very first 3D dimensional fighting game. And it won some prestigious awards for contributing to the video game scene. And but from the very beginning, Virtua Fighter was never that popular. Like, because it came out for Sega Saturn first. Some of the games came out for Sega Genesis, but mostly came out for Sega Saturn. And not a whole lot of people own Sega Saturn. And like, there were just so many fighting games out there. Like, in the early 90s, Mortal Kombat was pretty much dominating the fighting game scene. Like, everybody was obsessed with it. Like, Virtua Fighter always had bad luck. Sega in general always had bad luck. Like, they would come up with some decent ideas, but the timing is never right for them. Like, they just always get screwed. Like, Dreamcast was pretty cool. PS2 came out, it outright killed it. And this game was not bad, but Tekken came out and outright killed it. Tekken killed this game in every way. Like, it had better music, better story, better characters, better controls. At least I think. Like, Tekken has the coolest controls to me when it comes to 3D fighting games. It feels like, you know, you got your left arm, left leg, right leg. It feels like you're operating a person, you know. And like, I always dig that about Tekken. I feel like I can express myself a little better in that game. And like, this game only had punch, kick, and block. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe, I'm not sure which one came first, Mortal Kombat or this game that had a block button. But Mortal Kombat has the block button for no damn reason, like. But this game actually has a block button for a reason. It's gonna be kinda hard to explain, but there's a pretty deep reason. But what makes this game, like, a lot of huge fighting game fans, like lots of like fighting game buffs like this game, they're a fan of this game, and often like there's a bunch of people out there that thinks this is the best 3D fighting game because the fight is a little deeper than Tekken. I'll show you what I mean. Like, this game truly feels like a, see? I sidestepped him, right? It's really, the sidestepping is really responsive in this game. So like, it's a little bit more 3D than Tekken. Like, Tekken feels a lot like a 2D fighting game to me. You can sidestep in that game, but oftentimes that's not gonna work. Maybe I just suck or something, but this game definitely has the more responsive sidestepping, and the fights get a little bit more intense because of that. Like for instance, God, I gotta stop doing that. Check this out. This move, whoosh, whoosh, it goes in a complete circle, you know, you can't sidestep that. But if I do something like this, a direct straight kick, you can sidestep that. So there's a little bit more mind reading in this game. You gotta guess if I'm gonna hit straight or do a circular move. So there's a little, so the strategy is a little deeper. And this guy's Jeffrey. Like there's a lot of, like I don't know too much of the story of this game, but like the little bit that I know, a lot of it is like silly. Like Jeffrey just wants a new boat because he's a fisherman. The winner of this game, the winner of this tournament wins a lot of money. And they're all here for their own little reasons, often just something simple or silly. This girl just wants to impress her dad that's in this tournament. Like he wants acceptance from her father. And a lot of this game, like this game does a pretty good, like the person that made this game obviously was a fan of Kung Fu. Like there's a lot of cool Kung Fu characters in this game. Like really cool. Like there's this one character that's a Shaolin monk and he's just so damn cool. Even the main character who's Japanese, he does some form of Kung Fu. And that's really unusual. Whenever there's a Japanese character, it's always gonna be a karate or something. And like, yeah, Virtua Fighter's Last Stand was this game. And they were trying pretty hard. Like they sold this game for like $15 or $20, and they wanted like people to really try it. Like they made some announcements and stuff, just practically begging people to try it. They word by word, they were like, "Don't be afraid of it. Try it out, okay?" See, here's the main character. He has really abrupt attacks that are powerful. And like, you can still play this game, like this sequel on the PlayStation 3. But good luck trying to find anyone. The scene is almost dead. Like there's like very loyal 10 fans that play it still. And this kind of makes Virtua Fighter stand out from the rest of the fighting games. Like this is the final boss, and you only get one chance to beat this boss. If you blow it, you can't continue. Round one. Ready, go! And I think this was the first boss, sort of, unless you want to count Shang Tsung. Like this was the first fighting game boss where she had a little bit of every character in this game. Like she has moves from every character. She has a little bit of every character, and that makes her like the perfect fighter. And like this game has ring outs, you know, like you can knock a shot out of the ring, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like that. And I'm dead, and I'm out of the ring. It's like, oh, I blew it. Alright. Just in time, because I'm out of things to say about this game. have a good day.